Hey everybody, it's Gina. This is my second vlog related to what I'm doing now for weight loss. I'm going to try to do this without my sunglasses, but those of you that know me, that see my vlogs from before, know that I can't always do that because my eyes are real sensitive, but I'm going to try. So anyway, I am on day 14 of Plexus. And those of you that haven't heard of it, that is, well, let me describe it. Okay, so what I do is I take 2 pills a day that are called an accelerator. And the accelerator is meant to decrease your cravings, and it does. One thing I noticed when I was on HCG is that even though I had no hunger, I had cravings. And I had desire, and I talked a lot about that in many of my vlogs on my journey, that I still had the desire, and I had to talk myself through it, and I had to tell myself that I wasn't hungry. It was emotional hunger and all that, and I did. You know, I was able to successfully do that, but it was hard. It wasn't easy. And so now with this, which is not a stimulant, it's all natural ingredients. There's no GMOs. It's gluten-free. There's no stimulant. But whatever it does, and I have the list of ingredients if anybody would want to see it, it takes away your cravings. I have no desire for things that I used to crave, like sweets, Cokes, things like that. The other thing I do is I drink a drink, and this is the powder packet that it comes in, so it's like a Crystal Light, and I mix it in my water once a day, and I take that. I do it around 11. I like to do it about 11 a.m. Some people do it in the morning before, like with breakfast or something like that, but I do it at 11, and I mix it with warm water because it mixes a whole lot easier. I take the accelerator pills at 8 and between 2 and 3. So I take one at 8 typically, and today I took it at like 8:45. And then I take one between 2 and 3 with warm water. And for whatever reason, the warm water helps it to work better. So that's what I do. And outside of that, I can eat whatever I want. There are no restrictions. Drinking my Starbucks. So yeah, there's no restrictions. So if I wanted sugar, which I try to avoid at all costs, but if I wanted it, which I have had it a couple times on this, I can have it. And I do eat carbs on this. I don't eat a ton of carbs, but I eat carbs. Some examples of the carbs are, the other day, a group of us Plexus people met for lunch, and it was in a Mexican food restaurant. And I just really kind of couldn't believe it because I'd never heard of the restaurant, so I didn't know what it was. And when I pulled up and it was Mexican, it's just like, are you serious? Like, really? And I ate chips and queso because the lady that was hosting it had ordered that for all the tables. So I ate some. I didn't eat a lot, but I ate a few. I probably ate 5 to 6 chips dipped in queso. And then I got some of the guac and I put that on my salad. And I had a chicken salad with fresh avocado and cheese and marinated chicken and, you know, lettuce and tomato and all that stuff. It was really good. So that's an example of carbs. A week ago, I had a Plexus meeting too, with about 5 women, and that was at a pizza place. And again, I was like, really? And so I ordered a salad, but it had goat cheese and it had candied pecans. So, I mean, it had a little sugar in those, and it had real dressing. And then it came with breadsticks, and I ate them. And then I'd ordered Emmy a kid's pizza, a cheese pizza, and she didn't want it all, and she actually fell asleep. So I ate 2 pieces of her pizza, and then I ate 2 of her crusts that she left behind. I had a loss the next day, 1.2 pound loss the next day. After the Mexican food, I had a 0.6 or a 0.8 loss. I can't remember. It was one of those two, but it was under a pound, but it was significant. So I'm on day 14, and I have lost 10.8 pounds, and I can eat 1,200 calories a day. I don't always hit that because I'm just not used to that, but I can if I want to. Another girl that's doing it, also an HCG friend, who's going to start sharing her story today. She started it 3 days after me, and she has lost, well, I haven't calculated it, but she started at 184 11 days ago. She's on day 11. She is 169.9 now, and she can't believe it because she's done HCG just like me. So it doesn't make sense in her brain, just like it doesn't make sense in my brain. But what it does is it levels off your glucose all day, and that's what the drink does. And then the accelerator takes away your cravings. So I got the question, do you have to take the accelerator? Because some people can't, like breastfeeding moms or people that just don't want to do that, I guess. But no, you don't. You don't have to take that for the weight loss. It helps with the cravings. So if you're pretty good about your eating and you don't really fight the cravings the way I fight the cravings, you don't have to do that. But I do recommend it if you can take it, because it really does help. You feel better, and it helps with the food thoughts and that sort of thing. So I am just really happy, and I feel better. And I started the Plexus actually earlier than 14 days ago, but I just started doing the water intake and the accelerator on a regular basis and the warm water, and really just trying 14 days ago, because before I started it in December around the holidays, and I just wasn't really in the mindset, but I wanted to try it just to see what it did. I had a little bit of weight loss, but not a lot, and I wasn't really tracking my weight at the time. But what I noticed was I didn't have any headaches, and I am a headache sufferer. I think I said that in my vlog from yesterday. I suffer from migraines, and I suffer from daily headaches. And even when I was on HCG and I had no sugar, I still had headaches. So I know it's not a sugar thing for me, that if I don't have it, I'm eliminating it, I don't get them, or if I have it, I don't get them. No, it's not a caffeine thing, because I've gone with caffeine, without caffeine, I've done it all, and I just still had to be on medication. I'm not taking my medication since December, around the middle of December, and that is the first time in years that I've not needed medication for headaches. So that's shocking. My skin looks much better. My hair's growing back. Yeah, it's just been incredible. Everybody that's bought it from my recommendation has lost weight. Everybody. And there's about 7 people that keep in touch with me about their journey, and they've all lost weight. Not everybody has lost as significantly as the other girl I mentioned. She's the most significant, but she's like really stringent about what she eats. And at the same time, though, she's introduced carbs, and she has been eating things that are completely off a P2 type protocol. So, and she's been eating more calories than she was. She actually went directly from P2 into the Plexus because she was struggling on P2 and wasn't seeing the results that she wanted, and it was just frustrating. And so she thought, well, why not? So she messaged me, and we talked about it, and she decided, I'm going to try it. So she ordered it, and first day she had over 2-pound release. So I really believe that this works, and the good thing about it is I can take it forever. It's not a diet. It is more of a regulator. It's something that will get me to where I need to be and want to be, I believe, and that I can continue to do it for life, because it just changes my eating habits, and then it levels off my glucose. It was actually invented for diabetics to level off their glucose. So that's been my experience so far. So I'm going to keep updating on my progress, because I really like the community, and I like to have the support, and I like sharing whatever works. We're all in this together, and we all want to be healthier and happier, and however we're going to do it, if it's working, I feel compelled to share. And I'm just like you. I started out at 214.5 and did 2 really successful rounds of HCG, and then struggled after I got into the 150s. I just kept getting stuck. And so I think there's a thing to a difficulty losing at the end, for me and for a few of my friends that have done HCG. So this to me is my miracle. This is a blessing and a miracle to me. So I'll keep updating y'all and letting you know how I'm doing, okay? And I appreciate the comments and the feedback. Message me if you want any information. Bye.